Good evening, I am Melissa Khan with your Friday, December 18th edition of News in Depth. First up, COVID-19 cash grant to be audited, said President Ali. More in this report.
The Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Social Services, and the Auditor General are all looking into complaints about the unfair distribution of the $25,000 COVID-19 relief. This was announced by President Irfan Ali. Persons in different parts of the country have called for a level playing field in the distribution of the funds. In Jonestown, Mahaico, and Port Royal on the west bank of the Demerara, residents were asking what are the criteria needed to get the relief funds and said their areas were skipped while others benefited.
I have not received, I've heard this on social media, I've heard this from some opposition personnel. I have not received any formal feedback. The Auditor General is involved. I've asked the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Social Services, and the Auditor General to look at all the comments that are made, whether on social media or in the mainstream media, and to ensure that this benefit is for every single qualifying house, every single household. All right? In some region where the household got and there was a tenant, for example, the pink form was filled up, the Auditor General would have to go back to those areas to verify that it's actually another household, and then the payments will be made. So what will happen after this is a two-tier system to ensure greater transparency and enhanced transparency.
The President said there will be a two-tier process.
One, the Auditor General will go back house by house to house to ensure that the houses match the payment that was made, and then there will be a second tier where they'll go back to check back on the pink slip to ensure that those are actual household that need to be treated with.
You'll also be checking to see if households are
missed. Yes. In that process too, if there is any household that was missed, they can definitely contact the team. I've also asked the technicians to put out a number that persons can call if their household was missed.
The COVID-19 $25 grant is currently being done in Region 4.
Shh! It's your new secret. The all-in-one weapon for perfecting imperfections and capturing flawless skin. A lot of brands forget women of color or just don't understand that we come in all shades. From caramel to ebony, there's such a range. Iman Cosmetics is for every woman and features a line of skincare products and cosmetics including 16 foundation shades, powder, concealer, lipstick, blush, eyeshadow, highlighter, and BB cream. Visit us at Lot 75 Swamp Section, Rosal Town. That's behind the market. Or call 337-4422 or 688-9249. Shh.
Are you having problems sleeping at night? Well, worry no more. Comfort Sleep mattresses are simply the best. Comfort Sleep provides quality products, factory fresh, and better value. With every purchase you make, you become part of our family and help to fulfill the need of the less fortunate. Comfort Sleep, as part of their corporate duty, provides meals for over 500 children in regions 3, 4, and 6, 3 times a week. This, among other charitable events, year-round is part of our mandate. What are you waiting for? Keep the dream going. Be part of this great family. Comfort Sleep, Eccles Industrial Estate, East Bank, Demerara. Telephone 233-3013 or 233-2657. Email comfortsleep49@gmail.com.
Sexual harassment is any unwelcome act, comment, gesture, or physical contact.
Street harassment is sexual harassment, but it is no joke. A woman's dress or behavior must not cause sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment is unacceptable, unwanted, unfair, and unlawful.
And in our COVID-19 crisis, the risk of violence and sexual harassment is even higher.
If you or someone you know is experiencing gender-based violence, family-based violence, or sexual harassment, contact the Women and Gender Equality Commission at 231-5276 or 231-5298.
Or put an anonymous note in the post office boxes at the Guyana Human Rights Commission Building, the Guyana Post Office Corporation, the National Library, the Georgetown Public Hospital, and the University of Guyana.
Karibi rice from the lush rice fields of Guyana straight to your home. Karibi rice, our people, our rice.
Police Constable Simeon Aldo was on Thursday charged with causing death by dangerous driving following an accident which took place on August 2nd. That accident left 3 persons dead after the policeman's car slammed into a parked truck. Aldo appeared before Magistrate Rabindranath Singh, where he was placed on $100,000 bail on each count. He's also required to report to the Springlands Police Station every first Friday of the month. He was represented by attorney Dexter Todd via Skype. Aldo was accused of causing the deaths of Jessica Galloway, Rayon Marai, and Quincy Lewis on August 2nd on the Wim Public Road.
Can you feel a little more relaxed because you get
After
charged?
5 months?
After 5 months, I had to do what I had to do because police wasn't doing anything, and I feel a little relaxed.
How do you feel that he was placed on $100,000 bill?
Not good at all.
Are you?
He will make his next court appearance on January 21st. Melissa Khan, using that.
Range. Iman Cosmetics is for every woman and features a line of skincare products and cosmetics including 16 foundation shades, powder, concealer, lipstick, blush, eyeshadow, highlighter, and BB cream. Visit us at Lot 75, Swamp Section, Rosal Town. That's behind the market. Or call 337-4422 or 688-9249. Shh.
Family violence is violence directed at another family member.
It can be physical, verbal, sexual, and more. Family violence leads to despair, destruction, and death.
It can happen to both men and especially women from any background. Children are especially vulnerable. And the stress and isolation due to the COVID-19 pandemic can increase family violence. Family violence is illegal in Guyana. If you or someone you know is experiencing gender-based violence, family-based violence, or sexual harassment, contact the Women and Gender Equality Commission at 231-5276 or 231-5298.
Or put an anonymous note in the post office boxes at the Guyana Human Rights Commission Building, the Guyana Post Office Corporation, the National Library, the Georgetown Public Hospital, and the University of Guyana.
Karibi rice from the lush rice fields of Guyana straight to your home. Karibi rice, our people, our rice.
A $25,000 government grant is not reaching every household as promised by the government, and Jonestown, Mahaika is another area where some residents are crying foul.
I learned there was somewhere up the street, and they come up to there, somewhere and they stop. That street in front of there, I learned they stopped, and they come from the back and they stop. So I said maybe, I don't know, I said maybe it's just the PPP money is sharing and the APNU money ain't started yet. That's why they didn't come to us.
It's at the back there when I get to find out, it's only one for the house. Only one of them could get who live in the house. And the rest over the hell, you know, everybody to the house get who living in the home. Why they doing that?
I have heard it over the years because I listen news, house. And it never happened like that in certain area in this village here. At one time, they share at one house and a set of people gather and go and get them. So when they decide now to move to house, so the same people that get already live in in the area they were coming out and want to collect again. So some of the people were sharing might have recognized them, you know.
Me know that they walk past me out there share to one and two people through the street and they say they're coming back the another day. They come back and then drive and then pass again and they may stop it, they may coming through.
Apparently the people came halfway and by the time we get there they said there is no money. The cash finished.
So how do you feel as a resident?
I feel sad because I need the money.
Feel so messed up because I don't know why they didn't stop and give us the money. They gone this street, that street, all around the street, and we just here and they passed me right here. And then he told me that he's going to come back the next day and up to now I see him.
But no use your promise or bring and you can share, give some and lift back some. Well, I can't understand that. I don't know why.
For the house, out on the road there, and whosoever go with ID card, I know who is one, right? And they get their money. They come to, they didn't tear none through the street. No, I do street in and most people living through the street is big people, whole people. One to the whole people them. If it wasn't for the whole people, you could get a young one. You couldn't get a young one, and I think they should pay attention to it.
Some of the residents are calling for a level playing field to be established in the distribution of the cash and for the authorities to say clearly what are the criteria to get the money.
Yeah, I think the process was bad. I mean, we are thankful that they promised to give us the money, but the process was bad, and I hope that they would be able to rectify it and do the right thing, because that thing that they did was not right, and people are suffering because a lot of persons have lost their jobs, a lot of persons are suffering, and they would surely like to get that money. I mean, it's not much, but it can still do something.
Just recently, some residents of Middle Street Port Joint complained about the unfair distribution of the funds. Since then, the authorities have revisited the area and distributed the funds to some of those who missed out the first time around. But some residents who are renting apartments in the area said that despite producing their rent receipts, they are still to get the relief money.
And that has brought us to the end of our news for tonight. For these and other stories, visit our website at rdproductiongy.com or our Facebook and Instagram page at Royston Drake's Production. On behalf of our news team, thank you for joining us, and do join us again Monday for more news. Have a safe weekend.